for nearly 20 years, since a 1998 hurricane, the U.S. government has allowed tens of thousands of Honduran immigrants to stay and work in the U.S. rather than forcing them to return to Honduras. The Trump administration hasn't ended that reprieve just yet, but it's hinting strongly that it's going to try. On Monday, President Trump's Department of Homeland Security announced that it was unable to come to a decision about whether to extend temporary protected status, an immigration program that allows people from a certain country living in the U.S. to remain and work here indefinitely while their home countries recover from disaster, for 57,000 Hondurans. DHS is terminating the protections for 2,500 Nicaraguans as of January 2019. The Hondurans get 6 more months of protection, assuming they re-register with U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services, while the Trump administration makes up its mind. But a senior administration official warned Monday that given the information available to Acting Secretary Elaine Duke, it is possible that the TPS designation for Honduras may be terminated with an appropriate delay at the end of the 6-month period. Indeed, the State Department recommended Friday that it push both Honduras and Nicaragua out of the program, along with El Salvador and Haiti. The 4 countries together account for about 300,000 people living legally in the U.S., many of them for decades. The administration will make decisions about their fates over the next few months, and it's expected to tell all of these people that they're no longer welcome. The Trump administration has already made it clear that it wants to send a message that TPS will not protect immigrants indefinitely and that it wants beneficiaries to start thinking about leaving the United States. But because so many have been in the U.S. for so long, 63% of Hondurans have been in the U.S. 20 years or more, the real likely outcome is that these TPS holders will stay in the U.S. without legal authorization. By doing so, they join the 700,000 young unauthorized immigrants who are facing the expiration of their protections under the Deferred Action for Childhood Arrivals (DACA) program. Over its first year in office, the Trump administration has made it clear that it wants to completely overhaul the basis on which the U.S. grants legal status to immigrants. It envisions a merit-based immigration system in which individual immigrants are selected based on their high level of education and relevant professional skills, and the government has no obligation to let immigrants come to or stay in the U.S. just because their homes and families are already here. There are a lot of current U.S. immigration policies that run afoul of the Trump administration's ideas of merit, but TPS might be the biggest affront to their vision. Not only does it extend legal protections to people based almost entirely on what's happened in their home countries rather than what they can contribute as individuals, but it applies to people who were already living in the U.S. when TPS was granted, instead of allowing the U.S. to select immigrants in advance. In context, the message the Trump administration is sending immigrants through sunsetting the TPS program is the same message it's sending all other immigrants: don't get too comfortable.